If you're new to quilting, I want to free you from quilt rules. There's always quilt police in comments of videos or in well-meaning quilters groups on social media where people ask questions, and they always seem to receive so much gatekeeping advice, and it drives me insane. So here are 3 rules that I find to be complete BS as somebody who's been quilting for about 15 years. Rule number 1 that I see all the time: do not use store-bought binding. Listen, not everyone has time to make everything from scratch, and store-bought binding can be an awesome way to get that quilt finished, especially for beginners that are already overwhelmed with learning all the other techniques that go into making a quilt. This is a quilt that I finished with store-bought binding, and there is no way that anybody would be able to tell she finished up just perfectly. Untrue quilt rule number 2, you cannot finish a larger quilt on a domestic sewing machine. This is completely false. This is actually a quilt that I finished by myself on my domestic sewing machine that actually fits the top of my king-size bed. I did a lot of stitching with my walking foot just to secure everything, and then I went back in and added some details into the blocks with my free motion foot. I would definitely use a walking foot or a free motion foot depending on the type of quilting that you're going for if you're going to be quilting your quilts by yourself on your domestic machine, but it can totally be done. Some people prefer to send them off to long armors, but just know that you don't always have to do that. And if you have an embroidery machine, there's even ways to use your embroidery machine to finish off your quilts if you want more advanced motifs. And finally, rule number 3 that you do not have to follow is you must iron everything and in between each step. I absolutely despise my iron, and you will almost never see me use it unless I am dealing with applique to secure it down to the piece that I'm working on. Follow me for more real-life quilting tips.